always once again. I'd come so close to death so many times that nothing about it felt like a game anymore. It was just a prison, and I was numb to everything. 2 games ago, I figured it was best not to think about it too much, but at this point, I wasn't thinking about anything at all. Eventually, we were dumped out into a large circular room with a smaller circular platform in the middle. We were surrounded by doors, but where they led was anyone's guess, and I wasn't guessing, though a gnawing feeling of fear and panic that started growing in my stomach. I followed the herd onto the platform, raised off the ground by a single step. Then, someone started talking to us over the loudspeaker. It was that robot bitch again. I hated her. I wouldn't listen to anything she said, except I knew I needed to. I had to snap myself out of this daze or I wouldn't hear what I had to do. Finally, I forced myself to listen, but it was too late. She had stopped talking. The instructions had already been given, and I was clueless. I tried looking to see if there was anything that would help me figure it out, but then out of nowhere, the platform started to spin. What the hell was going on? Why were we spinning? And there's music playing? It sounded like a children's nursery rhyme, which usually meant something especially horrible was going to happen. I had to get somebody to tell me the instructions, or I didn't have a chance. In a panic, I found the guy closest to me and grabbed him by the collar, saying, "What's going on? Back off! Just tell me what's happening! Let go of me!" "Look, I'm sorry. Please, I'm not trying to fight. I just need you to tell me what game we're playing." "Weren't you listening? I zoned out. I don't have my meds, man." "You zoned out?" "All right, moron. Listen, when the music stops, they're gonna call a number, and then we have 30 seconds to get into one of those rooms with the exact number of people. Got that?" "Got it. You want to team up?" "Sure, whatever, as long as we make it out of this thing alive." Almost as soon as we agreed to team up, the platform stopped. The music cut, and the lights started flashing. They called out a number, 5. That's when we started running towards the closet doors. But then, as soon as we got there, a fight broke out in front of it. There were already 6 people in there, and they were trying to kick someone out while other people were trying to get in. We ran off to the side as I tried to stay as close as possible to my only ally. Otherwise, I'd have to start from scratch. One person latched onto us in the chaos. Then we saw 2 people in the room by themselves. We ran as fast as we could, charging into the room just before another group. The door was closed on them an instant later, and they had to go find somewhere else. There was still about 10 seconds left before the end of the round. I caught my breath as the sounds of gunshots rang out. The guards were busy culling the stragglers. No matter how many times it happened, I never got used to it. After the slaughter, we were stuck in the room while the bodies were removed. Once we were let out, we saw just how much blood had been spilled on the floor. But our only option was to get back on the platform. The game was still going. The 5 of us decided to stick together, thinking the next number would be bigger. The platform started spinning again, and the music played as we waited and waited. The platform stopped, and the number was called again, but this time it was 3. Before we knew it, the others left me and my friend behind. We rushed off, trying to find a third person, but everyone kept getting snatched up right in front of us. We were getting desperate. Then, suddenly, my friend made a mad dash away from me. I didn't know what was happening, but I figured he had found a person alone in a room, so I followed him. As I arrived at the door, he shoved me away and slammed the door in my face. "Hey! What the hell are you doing?" That's when I realized there were already 2 people in the room. "Let me in! Let me in! Let me in!" I was betrayed. I didn't even have time to look for another group. I looked around right as the time ran out. There were plenty of other people outside with me, but we just couldn't get it together in time, so we were all doomed. I knew what was next. The guards were coming for us. There was nowhere to run and no way to defend ourselves. Despite all that, I still wanted to live. There had to be a way. There had to be. "No, please, just let me go. I won't tell anyone. I swear. Please!" Ah!